Welcome back. The year 2023 brought various challenges for the education sector, from salary negotiations and many of our teachers migrating. So joining us this morning is the president of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Mr. Leighton Johnson, who will be sharing a more positive outlook for the new school semester.
Oh, yes.
Happy New Year to you, sir.
Thank you. Same to you. Thanks for having me this morning.
Sir, all right. So we got to start from the top, right? What were the findings last year after this data was revealed, teachers leaving, etc.? Give us the reasoning behind it all.
Teacher migration was an issue last year, and it still continues to plague our education system on the basis that the recruiters are still buoyant here, and they are presenting opportunities for our teachers to ply their trade in another jurisdiction. And what we know, our teachers are doing exceptionally well in North America, in Europe, in Asia. That's as far as they go. The fact is, teachers want to be in a position to take care of themselves and their families. They want to improve their standards of living. And of course, they indicate that, listen, we want to be in a position where we can purchase a house or build a house, comfortable living. And this is what they indicate, staying here on our shores to do what it is that they love. They are not in a position to do so. So going abroad, this presents an opportunity for them. And what we have found is that our teachers are not going there to stay.
Yeah.
They are indeed returning home. They are coming back. And when they come back, they want to be in a position to live comfortably and take care of their families and be in a position where they can improve their standards of living.
Do they come back and go into the classroom, though?
Some do.
Really?
Some do. There are those who are on 5-year contracts, those perhaps who have extended their contracts, those who have been there for 3 years and they have already started to make incremental moves to purchase their homes, that sort of thing.
They just want to set up themselves and come back.
That's just the thing, to set themselves and to come back. The fact, too, is that the salaries there are much better than here. Starting salary in the United States, for example, is in excess of $7 million. Here in Jamaica, it's a little over $3 million.
This is 7 million Jamaican dollars.
When it's right. So it works out. When it's converted, it comes to 7 million, and that doubles what a teacher gets here. So with that being said, teachers want this, so they're moving.
Are we disproportionately poached?
I think we are. I think we are. And what we need to understand is that though as a nation there are those who would say we cannot match their dollar. Right. The bottom line is, I believe, as a nation, we now need to ensure that we put our teachers in a position where they want to stay. Yeah. They want to stay.
We're going to look at the 2024 outlook, but if you had to recap high level, the year 2023 was for teachers. I mean, that's on like an exam question.
Yeah, it is.
Out of 20 points.
Yeah. The salary negotiations was a big issue for teachers during 2023. And mark you, we have made some strides in ensuring that as best as possible, we got what we signed to, what we agreed to, and we want to continue pressing the government for those unresolved issues to be fully resolved before the next period comes around, the next negotiating period comes around, and that is fast approaching in 2025. And we want to indicate to the government that we want all the unresolved issues resolved by year end, so that we have nothing carrying forward to 25. Of course, we had several teachers passing during 23, even with the start of this new academic year. We had 2 administrators just falling dead. We had over 13 teachers who died between September and December. One was tragic. Wow. One was tragic, but the others had underlying issues which, perhaps they were not aware of. And, teachers just died. And because of the nature of teaching is a high-stress job. It's a high-intensity job. Teachers are everything to all students. So therefore, we continue to indicate to our teachers that they must take care of themselves. Self-care is important.
Yeah.
Of course, school safety and security is another big ticket issue. And we want to, of course, continue to press the government, the Ministry of Education, the school safety and security unit, that the cameras that were committed, these cameras need to be installed. The cameras provide an extra level of surveillance and monitoring. And we want this. Schools must be a safe environment. It has to be a safe space. Teaching and learning has to take place in an environment that is conducive. It is non-threatening. It is free from any form of threats or makes people uncomfortable. And we want the Ministry of Education to make good on the commitments where these are concerned. And of course, we want our teachers to understand as best as possible that as professionals, we will continue to discharge our duties with the highest level of professionalism. But at the same time, if you are uncomfortable within the teaching and learning environment, then it is going to impact the output.
Of course.
Wow. Mr. Layton, I come from a family of teachers, right? My mother's a retired teacher, yes, and my grandmother as well. There's a responsibility, as you mentioned before, about the teaching profession being very high-stressed.
Yes.
There's a responsibility of parents, should have, to make the teaching experience for the teachers a little bit better. What are some of the ways in which us as parents can actually do better to have the teachers have a better experience inside the classrooms?
Certainly. Of course, parenting is key to the success of any school, to the success of any student. And in some regards, we take it for granted. There perhaps too is a misconception that parents know how to parent. And in many regards, we find that parents are crying out for help. They do not know how to parent, they do not know what to do. We're suggesting that they stick close to the school. Once you develop that relationship with the school, there is help there. I am certain, I guarantee that schools have robust guidance programs that speak directly to parenting.
And also some schools who are working closely with the National Parenting Support
there
Commission.
You go. The National Parenting
who is doing
Support.
such a fantastic job.
Exactly. So we want parents to understand that there is help. Stick close to them. We indicate that if there is a challenge with a child, if there are behavioral problems, speak with the school's guidance counselor, who will be ready and willing to assist. This is what they do. This is a part of their remit. And two, what we would suggest to the Ministry of Education as well is that there is the urgent need for additional social workers to be deployed to the regional offices. Of course, regional offices may have 2 or 3 social workers to span the gamut of a region, but then that is woefully inadequate. And what we would want is a situation where these social workers are able to now complement what is done in the schools, the home visits, the community outreaches, and the interventions that need
Village.
to take place.
Yeah, man.
There you go. This is what
Village.
we need now to encourage as best as possible as we go
Against
forward.
the backdrop of all you've said, all that has happened this year, all that you're calling for, are you optimistic about 24 when you look down the road?
Teachers are always optimistic.
Are you?
We are always optimistic.
Okay.
We always have, we show up for work. We do what we do because the nation depends on us. If teachers drop arms, I guarantee our nation will fall flat. So therefore, of course, amidst the challenges, I guarantee teachers are going to be showing up. The Jamaica Teachers Association will continue to advocate vociferously for our colleagues for the improvement of conditions of service for salaries. We will continue to provide opportunities for professional development. And of course, this year, what we expect is that it's going to be a year of unparalleled success.
Yes.
Where students are going to be responding to the different things that schools have to offer, and they are going to come out successful in their exams. We're leading up to the examination term. PEP is coming up. CSEC is fast approaching. NCT vet assessments are coming up, city and guilds are coming up. So therefore, students and the teachers right now are feeling the pressure, parents as well. And we just ask that we all work together. It is a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
It is a village effort. And we want, of course, the stakeholders. We want corporate Jamaica to buy into early childhood education. We want them to focus on special education.
Absolutely.
That's an area that, in my estimation, has gone to sleep.
Yeah.
And we want them to understand that there are students who are operating in the regular classroom who can't learn like that, and teachers are being
labeled.
Right. And we want them to know that there's also a space for gifted students as well.
Yes.
We want policy and, of course, the funding issue. We want the Ministry of Education to take a look at the document that was prepared by the Principals Association on how education should be funded in Jamaica. All of this is
a lot
there,
to take in.
and we want them to focus on this as we go into 2024.
We have a lot of work to do.
Well said, Mr. Prezi.
Truly.
I can see why you get the work.
I want to reach across and give a high five.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, President
pleasure.
of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Leighton Johnson. Coming up next, we're discussing parenting in the 21st century. We're back with that after this.